Mike Whitaker's father always left for work before dawn while the rest of them slept. So when Mike woke up, peered through the frosted panes of his bedroom window, and noticed his dad's pickup still in the driveway, he rubbed his eyes, pulled on a sweatshirt, and trudged downstairs to see what was up. Maybe a snow day, he thought, savoring the possibility of pancakes and a lazy morning of video games. But the kitchen was still, other than the low rumble of the furnace kicking on and the dripping faucet. No sign of pancakes. Instead, Mike found his dad sprawled at a weird angle on the front porch, clutching the keys. His thermal coffee mug lay on its side, still steaming, the dark liquid spreading into a pool of brown slush on the stone steps. As he stood by the casket at the wake, people told him that everything happens for a reason. His voice cracked as he tried to thank them, his narrow shoulders hunched, sweating in a cheap, itchy suit next to Mom and Andrew. It was an endless line of tearful handshakes and hugs, perfume and aftershave, breath mints, his mother's mascara running down her cheeks, eyes red from crying. Andrew leaned against her, clinging to her leg, neck craned to look up at the crying grown-ups. Occasionally, Mike stole a glance at the casket. There was a piece of lint on his dad's shoe. He'd almost reached in to brush it off, but he couldn't quite do it. It would get buried, too. He wondered what they had done with his father's defective heart. Did they take it out? Toss it somewhere? Incinerate it? Or was it still in there, seized up like a damaged engine, pumped full of embalming fluid? Mike decided he would never know. And as they buried his dad on the shortest day of the year, just before Christmas, his heart broke too. As the earth tilted, light grew steadily into the spring of his 14th year. Melting snow cascaded, plummeting in flumes and spray over ancient granite, and the primeval forests surrounding their small Adirondack town yawned, stretched, and hummed with new life. Soon the mill where his father had labored with other tough northern men rumbled busily, and the air once again carried the clean, honest scent of cut timber. It had lingered always in his father's rugged flannel and his sap-stained boots. As the shock subsided and he began to accept his father's death, Mike embraced all that stuff about things happening for a reason, about life going on. It was true. He drew strength from it. Life went on. Until, 3.5 years later, such wisdom would abruptly cease to mean anything to Mike, and those who'd peddled such nonsense, himself among them, became so many fools.